We are facing Chesterfield Falcons tonight. I did next to no research, but on Google it says they're from Missouri. I don't know if that's true or not, but sounds like they probably traveled from somewhere because I've never heard of them. So looking out here, I'm trying to see if we have our full lineup tonight. Hopefully we do. Have everyone on board. A lot of illness going around, but it looks like we have everybody present. Both goalies warming up. We'll see who we're going to put in the net tonight. Got about a minute 30 left of our warm-up period. Couple seconds left here. We'll pick up our pucks and we will be on our way. I will say the other team, it looks like they only have 12 players, so they're only going to be playing with a couple lines, it looks like, which should be an advantage for Omaha. All right, huddling up around the goalies. It's time to roll. Coming up to give Boyle some love. And Hannah Pontow are going to be our first defenders. Here we go. They're telling Rajkowski to calm down a little bit. All right, Rajkowski's going to get it on the face-off over to Hannah. Other team's going to get a stick on it. Hannah's going to stay there to give them some trouble. Collins is going to bat it up to Boyle all the way into our offensive zone. He's going to hopefully get it to the center there. Very good job. Collins does get a shot off, and so does Von Case, but it goes wide right. Collins gets it back to the middle. Pops over into our corner. That's Von Case fighting for it over there. Collins coming around. Tries to connect with Boyle. Just misses. We get another soft shot off, and it goes back into the corner. There's Case there with a stick on it. Chesterfield trying to get it out of their defensive zone, but not able to yet. Boyle with a stick on it, as well as Case and Collins, and that's a goal. Early goal in the first period. A lot of pressure there from our forward line. And we did switch out to Derek Brown and James Roman on D. Seems to be a conference over here about the goal, potentially. Goalie is discussing with coach.
Got it.
So that's 1-0. Junior Mavericks already up 1. 11 minutes, 4 seconds left in the first period. We've only played for 56 seconds. And we already have some contention going on. Hopefully the goalie is not hurt. That appears that it would lead to a forfeit because I do not see another goalie on the line. So goalie's back in net. All right, we're gonna drop it to Pinkelman here, number 4 in the center. Hopefully do it again. Pinkelman comes away with it, and it's gonna go over to McVeigh, who's gonna loop around. Little back pass to Johnny Pollock in the corner. He's gonna take it around behind the net. Pop it up to McVeigh, who's gonna try to get a shot, and their goalie's gonna cover that one up. Puck drop on the dot. Still in our offensive zone. Pinkelman takes it, goes back to Derek Brown, who gets a shot off. And then McVeigh's gonna pick it up. Pinkelman with the stick on it again. Little scramble in front of the goalie, ends up getting shot out to the corner. They're gonna come away with it. It's a 2-on-1 right now, except there's Pinkelman with some good pressure coming up from behind. They're going to try to keep it in their zone. We're going to get a stick on it with James Roman over there. Their defender's going to come in and pop it down behind our goal. There's Derek Brown in the corner trying to get it up the line, and they're going to send it right back down in. We do have Gianna Spencer in the net there. She's got those cool red, white, and black pads. Will has the full white pads if you're ever watching and not sure. So Gianna did have a little bit of a save there at the right corner of the net. And now we're just battling to get it out. There's Pinkelman with the stick on it. Derek Brown going after it. He's going to send it all the way over here. It's going to come up, and Johnny Pollock almost gets away with it. But it's going to pop back in their zone, and that's an offsides on Chesterfield. We're going to line up here with our other set of forwards. And we've got Eli Roman at center, Florio at right, and that is Niles Lunning on the left. And we've got Ashmore in the back along with Krantz. There's Ashmore with it right here. He's going to try to chip it up the wall. We got a player spinning around on the ground. There goes another one. The ice is pretty slippery today. They're going to shovel it back around into our corner. It's going to come all the way up to Krantz with a strong stick to send it down. They're still working it. There's Krantz again. It's going to pop right over his stick. And now they're going to go for it. There's Lunning with a good defensive maneuver with no call. So that was really good for Niles. It's going to go back down behind their goalie. Can't quite see who that is in the corner. We do have Ashmore up here to hopefully stop it along the wall. There's Florio with it, dangling back and forth. Can't quite get through traffic. Shot goes up to Florio, who tries to get one off and can't quite do it. There's Krantz again, keeping it in, doing his job really well. That's Ashmore sending it down low to their goalie's left leg pad. She's going to knock it out. I think it's a girl. I'll just say they for now. They knock it out to the corner, and now they're going to cover it up. It looks like an all-girl team. I guess I can't confirm. My son has really long hair, so it's hard to say. All right, we've got Rajkovsky back out along with Pontau. I'm going to guess that's Collins at center. And I think that's Case there. Yep, and Chad Boyle on our right. That's, we barely kept that in. Good job, Hannah. Boyle is going to assist in getting it over to the side. We have a trip on, I think, Boyle. Chad Boyle, number 30. Yeah, that's him scooting over to the box. So we are going to be down a player. I want to say it'll be a minute 30. We'll see when they put it up on the board. Now we're back in their offensive zone, and we are a man down. So Not the greatest. Yep, 130 on number 30. Chad Boyle tripping over in the corner. Collins takes the face off. We still have Von Case, and we're keeping our 2D out there, Rajkowski and Hannah. There's Case with a strong stick up the wall. And there's Collins in the battle there, right at the blue line. They're going to get it in. Hannah gets a boot on it. And now there's a struggle in the middle. Here comes Collins across the neutral zone. He's going to dangle over to the far side, get it back behind their net. Case down there to assist him. We've sent out Derek Brown and Eli Roman here on D. 2 forwards, 2D during our penalty kill. We do have 48 seconds left where we are a man down. We're doing okay. So far, there's Brown with a shot. They're going to work it behind their net. They're going to try to get it across the blue line. Nobody's there to stop them, so they easily do that. Carry it right on in. Try to get a shot, but there's James Roman with a interception. And there goes Collins. He's going to change out, so he's going to dump that in the corner. Oh, that's an icing. Finkelman and McVeigh out as our 2 forwards during the next 18 seconds of our penalty kill. Finkelman going to take the puck for us there at center. And we have Krantz out. That's number 11, yep. And 44 Ashmore over there in the corner. Just going to get a stick on it, send it over to Krantz. He's going to try to send it up the wall. They get it to the center. A little bit of a flurry there. Nobody seems to know which way they're going. And it's going to go back behind their net. Krantz is going to chase it, try to get a stick on it, but they get it to the center. Our penalty is over. Now, who's this here? That is Johnny Pollock. Potentially on a breakaway. Gets a shot off. Wide left. So we are back to full strength. 5-on-5 hockey. Goes back behind their net. Johnny Pollock over there in the corner. He's going to send it back behind their net. There's McVeigh chasing it. Our goal here, yep, there you go, Krantz, is to get it towards the center. And it pops out. Krantz chasing. We're going to have to reset here. Nope, that's Ashmore. I apologize. Ashmore chasing. They're going to carry it into their offensive zone. And there's McVeigh getting it up to the center ice, but they're going to pick it right back up. We sent out Emmett Rajkowski, who's going to chase it into the corner there. He's going to sling it around the back of the boards there, up to McVeigh. And there's Hannah that just came out too. That's her stick right there to get it up the wall. We got to get it out of our defensive zone here. And there's Pinkelman with the puck. Dangles around a couple players. Now we have Johnny Pollock in a one-on goalie. And he misses. That was really close though. That's all right. All right. Pollock's still down there, trying to get some shots off. And we think we have a goal, but I don't know if anyone agrees. Seems like ref blew it dead. McVeigh kind of thought he had a goal there, I think. And the ref has vetoed that. Florio's skating out. He's going to be our right winger. We're going to have Eli Roman take the puck drop, and that means Niles Lunning should be on our left wing. Ref's given directions. Okay, Eli takes it, does win it, but then they get a stick on it and take it right out of our zone. We're in the neutral zone now. Florio there barely touches it. Eli Roman manages to get it out to the side, and now it's behind their net with Emmett Rajkowski. He's going to get it up to James Roman, who's going to try to get it past the defender, and he does. There's Niles Lunning chasing it over into the corner. Does have some pressure from a Chesterfield player. Ooh, good job, Hannah, there, stopping that from flying out of the zone. Here she is again. She's going to pass it up to Florio on the wall. He's going to try to get around these players. One gets a stick on it, but we do get it over to Eli Roman, who does a nice move to get it down low, but unfortunately it gets knocked down behind our goal. And their goalie's going to cover it up. Yes? Once you know all their names, it's not too bad. 4:15 left in the first period. We're still up 1-0. Shot clock says we have 12 shots on goal. That's not bad. Let's see. That popped out to... Oh! That's a goal. I believe that's Collins. I think James Roman may have an assist there. Wasn't quite paying attention, but that's Collins with a goal there. So now 2-0. 4:10 left in the first period. Pregnant pause there while we waited. And puck drop goes over to Von Case. Derek Brown coming up to try to help keep it in the zone. And there's James Roman over there. Back and forth across the blue line, so that is off. Chad Boyle here on the right. And Von Case over there on the left. Goes back to Derek Brown. He's going to pop it back to their defender. We're there, though, to pick it up. There's Collins with it again. Gets a shot off, but it is way too high right. He was kind of off balance there, so that tracks. Gets sent out of our zone over to James Roman. Just a little too much sauce on that pass. James is going to struggle on the blue line there to try to get it up. It's going to land in their defender's hand, but there's Chad Boyle to give him a little trouble, and he gets a shot off, but that goalie is going to cover it up. We're going to send Johnny Pollock back out, as well as McVeigh and Pinkelman at our center. And then we've got Ashmore back here, number 44. And Krantz, number 11, on the left for our defenders. Pinkelman sends the puck into the corner with a good strong stick. There's McVeigh, who's going to get a shot off. The goalie's going to send that down into the corner. And McVeigh's going to chase it into the corner. Pinkelman gets a pretty good, actually, pass up to McVeigh there. Back and forth with the other team. Everybody kind of getting a stick on it down there. And they're trying to get it out. That was... Who was that with the shot? Maybe Johnny. Here's Ashmore here, hopefully holding the line here. Pinkelman battling there along the wall. Here they come for Ashmore, and it crosses, so we do have to reset. Good IQ there, buddy. Gets it over to Pollock, who's going to dingle, dangle, dongle, get a shot off, and it goes in. That is the third goal for the Peewee white team, the Omaha Junior Mavericks. So it's 3-0, and we have 2:17 left in the first period. We're going to go ahead and change out here. Eli Roman's going to take the puck at the center. We have Florio on the right, Niles Lenning on the left, and Rakovsky and Pontau for our defenders. Goes back to Hannah. She's going to handle that one up to Florio. He's going to attempt to get around this guy. A little bit of a deke there. He's going to backhand it, and little bit of confusion. I think it kind of got lost under the goalie. So, no goal. Lining up, same lines, different dot. Oh, bit of a trip there. Eli goes down, but is now battling in the corner for it. Being nice and aggressive, that's good. Pops back out to Hannah. She's going to get it down low. Beautiful pass to Niles Lunning. Gets sent into the corner. There's Eli Rollman with it again. Florio's down there to help him if needed. Florio comes away with it. And he's going to trip over the other player. And I think that was Niles Lunning on the goal. Yeah, looks by the celebration like that is a Niles Lunning goal. Yep, it was Niles. His excitement propelled him to be first off the ice. That's 4-0 Omaha. We have 1:37 left. So the shot clock says we have 19 shots. And so far, Gianna Spencer has not been tested. They have 0 shots on goal. You can see we have a lot of offensive zone time. So that obviously contributes, and that is not a bad thing. Gets sent down into the corner. Let's see, who's out there? Collins, Case, and Boyle, I'm going to guess. Yep, it's going to pop out of our offensive zone. They're going to streak down the side here. They do have James Rollman in their way. She gets a shot off, but that's going to go super wide. Back again to James Rollman. He's going to deke around her, come up the wall. Nope, they put up a fight down there, so he's going to try the other direction. Sends it up, and they managed to keep it in their zone for a second, but we are going to battle them here in the center. There's Von Case now streaking towards the net. The goalie is going to block that one. Case is going to turn around with a quick pass up to center. That was actually a really good pass. Collins just didn't quite catch it. And now we're out of the zone, so we're going to have to reset here. James chasing. And he's going to grab it, so we're going to play it. Back behind the net there. He's going to pop it up to McVeigh, who does get it out of their offensive zone. We're in the neutral zone now. And it goes down towards our goal. Let's see. Hard pass up the side, but stopped by Krantz. And that is the period. That's our best period yet, as far as I know. It's 4-0, 20 shots on goal. We have kept them from getting any shots on goal. 4-0 after the first period.
You just paid for my snacks.
All right, another 12 minutes on the clock for the second period. We're going to be heading the other way now. We're going to start with Pinkelman as our center and McVeigh as our left winger. Krantz over here on lefty and Ashmore on right. They're going to get it back. Oh, I see Will is out now. So we did switch between periods. We switch our goalies, Will Larson in net. They are going to get close to getting a shot off, but Krantz's stick gets in the way. So that's Johnny Pollock over there as our other forward, and he's going to take it down behind the net. Hopefully get it up here to McVeigh. Yep, comes up the wall. McVeigh gets a stick on it, and there's Johnny and McVeigh with a 2-on-0 with a too long of a pass, so nothing comes of that one. And Johnny's going to turn and try to get a shot off there. They do have bodies in the way. So there's Ashmore with a good stop at the blue line. That's Pinkelman battling over there with Johnny. Their players kind of bunching up quite a bit. I think that's contributing to some of their trouble. Not quite spreading out, so we're able to kind of get around them. Johnny's going to intercept out there in the center, and McVeigh's going to come away with it, and he does look hurt. The ref put his hand up for a second, but then pulled it back down, so I don't think we're going to have any kind of call there. Looked like he just hit his leg. Not sure. I think it was upper leg. Maybe able to skate off though, so that's good. All right, looks like we have Florio out there. Florio, Eli Roman, and Niles Ludding. We're gonna have Hannah and Emmett back here for our defenders. So I lied. There's somebody in the box, and so that means that's a penalty. I don't see anything on the clock yet though. So they are down a player. There it is, popping up on the clock. Number 26, shame. Minute 30 penalty. So we are up a player for the next minute 30. 10:41 left in the second period. Puck goes back to Hannah, who almost pulls off a goal there. Their goalie is going to get a pad on it though. Rajkowski here, helping keep it in the zone, as well as Niles Lunning. There goes Eli Roman after it. He's going to try to get it up to the center. They do have somebody in the way there though. Battling him along the wall, and they do manage to get it out. There's Hannah chasing. She has Emmett across ice. That's a risky pass, but that's okay. It does succeed. Here's Niles Lunning chasing, as well as Eli Roman. We get it before the red line, so we are going to play it. Roman giving pressure here. There's Florio with it. He's going to turn, try to get it around that player. Fails. He's going to cross ice pass. Dang. To Ashmore. That one is a cool little setup. And we're behind the net now. Back and forth with the other team. Florio falling down on the wall there. There's Derek Brown. Going to get it right down to the center. There's Niles Lunning with it. And he's going to try to pass it over to Eli Roman. Just too many sticks in the way there. Hey, buddy. There's Florio trying to get it to the center, and their goalie is going to finally cover that up. And she's got to be getting tired down there with all the flurry. Our team doing a good job getting into the center, so that is good. We are playing well. We are where we're supposed to be. Looks like we're communicating well out there. They're all talking and, being teammates. So it's good to see. Derek Brown out there and James Roman. See you, buddy. Chad Boyle. That's Collins wins the face-off directly to Chad Boyle, but he can't quite get the shot off. There's him in the corner. Battling. We're gonna get it to the center. There's Collins, bounces off his skate, sends it right to the center though. Good job. Boyle gets stood up by somebody there in the middle. There's Brown on the wall. Case coming over to help if he needs it. Collins again sends it down. It's gonna end up behind our net though. There is Collins chasing into the corner. He's gonna send it right up to Von Case. Absolutely beautiful pass. Case gets a shot off, bounces off, and Collins is going to get that rebound. I think that's going to count as unassisted, and that's 5-0 for the Omaha Junior Mavericks Peewee white team. We're going to change everybody out here. So we've got Pinkelman in center. We've got Ashmore and Krantz on defense. Johnny Pollock over here, number 93, which means McVeigh should be on the other side. Ashmore gets a stick on that. He's gonna take it. There you go, buddy. getting after it. Takes it into our zone. Ooh, and we do keep it in. Johnny gets a stick on that to help it, and Pinkelman as well. Johnny's going to try to get it down to the center. Swing and a miss for Johnny. He had some pressure there, though. Krantz, oh, Pinkelman gets knocked down. Krantz can't quite catch a stretch. He's going to send it over to the other wall to McVeigh. We're going to kind of regroup here. Getting a little scrambly, but I think the other team is too, so. There's Johnny Pollock coming away with it. He's going to carry it in, and are they going to call that off? All right. It's on video, so I guess I can't dispute that. We're going to change our lines here. We've got Florio out there with Eli Rollman and Niles Lunning over here, closest to us. And then we have Hannah and Rakowski over there in the back. Rollman's going to take the puck. Good, strong move forward. There goes Niles Lunning streaking in. He gets it pretty far down there, and then Eli's going to assist him. We're over in the corner now. He's going to try to work it up to Florio, and does. Florio is trying to figure out what to do with it, so he dumps it in the corner. Lunning gets a good baseball swing on that to get it to the center. And Roman's going to attempt to get a shot off, but they are giving us some trouble down there trying to get it in. Florio, actually nice pick along the wall there. It's going to pop out over here to Rakowski, who's going to get it right down to the middle. And Eli Rollman's going to try to get a shot off, but is thwarted. They're trying to get it out of the zone here. And kind of all hands on deck to keep it in. There's Rakowski again, sending it down. Ooh, goes off the goalie's stick unintentionally and heads out to the wall. There's Florio along the wall there. Here's Rakowski right here. Hannah takes a spill, and that is offsides. Collins coming out at center, no doubt. There's Von Case and Chad Boyle as our forwards. We've got Derek Brown in the back. He's wearing the C today for the D, and with his partner, James Roman. Collins able to push the puck forward. Boy, and that is not offsides, miraculously. Boyle gets a stick on that. Case gonna chase it the other way though. Brown chasing over into the corner. He gets a stick on that, which slows that pass down. Back behind our net there. There comes Collins. Zeke Collins, number 24. He's going to deke around a couple of them. Gets a breakaway. Tries a backhand. I think that was a poster, a quiet one. And it comes right back out of our zone. James Roman trying to figure out what to do with the pressure there, and they're going to come away with that. There's Derek Brown to send it up to the neutral zone, and there's Chad Boyle. He's going to be able to easily carry it into our zone. They do have two defenders back there, though, so they are able to take it right away from us. James Roman back there, chips it up the wall to Collins. Collins chips it up to Boyle. Boyle again carries it in. He's going to push, can't quite get any inward motion, though. Going to go for the wraparound, but the goalie's going to cover that one up. So we have 5:30 left in the second period. It's 5-0, and Will has also been untested in the net. They have not gotten any shots off yet, and we are at 25. Pinkelman taking the puck here. Johnny Pollock as our left winger, and there's McVeigh. It's going to slip around him. Ashmore is going to try to get a stick on that, but it does get shot down into their corner. There's Johnny Pollock. He's going to send it around the boards there, up to Ashmore. Ashmore's going to make his move. He's going to carry it, chip it up, and he's taking that one right into our offensive zone. Let's see, where did the puck go? Oh, it's over there in the corner. Nobody was touching it. That was weird. Ashmore there on the wall. Pinkelman with it now, trying to get it to the center. Good pass to the center to McVeigh. Can't quite hit the shot. Got a lot of sticks down there in front of the goalie. It's going to come over here to Johnny. Comes up to Krantz. He's going to get it over to Pinkelman, who's again going to send it right. Just beautiful passes from Pinkelman. Going to send it to the center, but number 11 on the other team is going to intercept that, and they're going to get it down back behind their goal now. Johnny fighting in the corner. That's Ashmore down there as well as Krantz. Krantz gets knocked around a little bit. Ashmore is going to attempt his take up, but he gets intercepted there. We're trying to get it up the wall and can't quite do so. Pinkelman with a good stick on that one that was headed for the net. There's McVeigh with it, along with most of the other team. Somehow manages to come out with that. We keep that on sides. McVeigh with a pass to Johnny, who passes it right back to McVeigh. Beautiful little 1-2-3 into the goal. Nice job there, guys. McVeigh, Pollock McVeigh, goal. And that is going to be 6-0 for the Omaha Junior Mavericks. We're switching everybody out now. There's 3:43 left in the second period against the Chesterfield Falcons. We have Lunning out over here. Eli Roman just took the puck, and there's Florio with it along the wall, carries it in. He's going to go around that one, tries a backhand, hits it softly into the goalie's pad, and that allows Lunning to get a shot off, and the goalie is going to catch that one. Raykovsky and Hannah on defense right now. Eli Roman taking her puck drop at center. Puck goes straight over to Niles. Oh, his shot kind of pops up to Florio, who gets another shot off, and their goalie's going to cover that one up. Their team's excited about that. It's 33 shots on goal so far. She's going to sleep well tonight. Roman back to Raykovsky. His long shot goes right into somebody else's pads there. There's Florio pressuring along the wall here. And Roman and Lunning attempting to help, but it pops out. Raykovsky gets a stick on that, and it ends up over in Hannah's possession. She's going to send it up the wall, and it's going to come right back down. Eli Roman and Lunning in there trying to get it out. Florio's going to come away with it. Oh, and we have a call. I'm going to guess offsides. Yeah, we're going to reset here. Looks like Collins is going to take the puck drop. On case, and it should be McVeigh over there. Derek Brown in the back there with James Roman. That looked like a trip, but that's okay. And we're off again. Getting a little sloppy here. That's all right. Collins taking the puck. Wins it. Nobody there to accept it, though. James Roman going to pick it up way down in their zone. He's going to get it up to Case, who's going to battle here along the blue line, get it up to Collins. Collins is going to take it in. He's looking for a pass. Good job. Beautiful pass. Perfect pass. 10-10 on that pass to Chad Boyle, who then scores. So that is 7-0. We do have 1:32 left in the second period. And that was a really great pass by Collins, looking the whole time. Good heads-up play there. Collins again taking it. Goes back to Derek Brown. Chad Boyle streaking after it. Goes into our zone, and it stays there because Collins keeps it in. He's gonna slap shot. Flies to the left, though. Case there trying to get a stick on that one. Collins with it. Goes out to Derek Brown. It's going to go over to Chad Boyle, who's going to get another shot off. Their goalie's going to stop that one, though. They're fighting hard to get it up the wall here. It's going to go to the center. Derek Brown there to challenge. That was actually Chad Boyle coming from behind. That was great. There's Case at the red line, center line. And Boyle trying to just slowly, manually carry it over the blue line. Does so, and we get it down into our corner. Collins is down there. We just did a D change, so James Roman and who is this? Ashmore? No, Krantz out there on D. There's Pinkelman chasing. And that is the end of the second period. $35 shots on goal so far. Everybody doing their job here. I'm guessing that means we're going to send Gianna back in the net for the third period. Will had a shutout period, and she had a shutout period for her first period. So let's keep it up. All right, we're gonna switch goals here. We're gonna have Pinkelman taking the puck here with McVeigh as our right winger, Johnny as our left. Krantz on D and Ashmore as well. Yep, there goes Gianna Spencer. Looking for another shutout period. Almost third and final period against the Chesterfield Falcons. Whistle, drop. Pinkelman wins it. Back to Ashmore. He's going to attempt to get it up to McVeigh. But number 18 is going to get a stick on it. We do eventually manage to get it down into the corner. Ooh, beautiful pass to the center there from McVeigh. A lot of the other team is hanging out there, though. There's Johnny trying to stop an onslaught here. Yeah, good job. Great check there by Johnny. Stick check. Pinkelman trying to dangle it in. Heads to the corner with McVeigh, who centers it. Ooh, their defender did a good job at getting that one out of town because that was almost a perfect setup. There's Johnny down there trying to poke it through the goalie's stick. Ashmore stretches, can't quite keep it in the zone, so we're going to reset here. Great pass over to Krantz. Krantz is going to just carry it in. Down to the corner, pass over to McVeigh. Heads to the other corner. McVeigh with a great pass up to Johnny. Johnny gets a shot off, but does not land. Here's Ashmore going to chase this one down. Good cut off by Ashmore there. Carries it back into our zone, and we are on sides. Everybody did a good job there, figuring out where they were supposed to be. It's going to come up to Johnny behind the net. Their pass hits Johnny's skate, so he's going to go for a shot. Goes to the right. There's McVeigh down behind the goal. We have Pinkelman right in front of the net. If we can get up there, never mind. He's chasing over to the corner. There's Krantz stopping it before it can squiggle out. And again, very good job, Krantz. Gets it down low. Pollock kind of fighting the other team there. Gets it up to Krantz again. And they're switching off D's, so Krantz cannot triple stop it there, but that's not his fault. He gets pulled from the ice. And we switch out to Rajkovsky and Hannah. We're trying to get it up through the neutral zone here. That is Eli Roman carrying it all the way down. Gets a shot off. It's going to fall behind the net, though. Florio is out there as well as Niles Lunning, who gets another shot off. Goalie covers it up. Scramble in front of the net. Squeezes out behind it. There's Eli Roman over in the corner. It's going to come up to Hannah. Ooh, Hannah. Ooh, keeps it in. Over to Rajkovsky, who sends it real down low, hits Eli's skates. He did not see it. That's okay. Ooh, we get it down low again, and their goalie is going to lay on that because she has to be so tired. That's 40 shots that she has endured. 8:59 left in the third period. Keeping the same lines out there. So Pinkelman takes it. It's going to go into the corner. They're going to bring it around behind. Then they change their minds and go the other way. There's Rajkovsky at the top to stop it. And there goes Lunning down into the corner to go after the puck. Florio is there as well. Lunning back and forth to try to head him off at the pass there. Florio trying to get it into the center. Loses it a couple times to the other team. It's going to pop behind the net with Eli Roman coming out with it. And there's Florio after it in the corner. Again, we switch D right as we're on that wall there. There's Florio with it. He's going to take it in and around. Backhand to the center. So that was a good pass there over to Eli. We couldn't quite get a shot off, though. Too much traffic down there. Lunning's going to try to send it in, and they chip it right back up the wall. Derek Brown trying to get it down. And Eli Roman going to come away with it. He's going to get off a short little shot. Not a lot of steam on it. Weird angle. They're going to bring it out of our zone and streak into theirs. She's going to try to get a shot off, but there is Eli Roman getting a stick on that to break that play up. Brown over here, Florio gets a stick on it, but their team manages to get it back down into the corner. 7:15 left. It is 7-0. The scoreboard says 6-0. They could only count so many goals up on the scoreboard. So potentially if we score more, you might not see those on the board. We're down back by our goal again. Lunning, Roman, and Florio still out there. But now we have James Roman and, JK, James Roman skating off the ice. And on comes Ashmore. So that should be Krantz over there on the wall. Yep, it is. There's Florio getting a stick on that one. Eli Roman with a spin move to try to keep it in, and we can't quite manage it. There's Krantz going down, fighting for the puck. Eli Roman's going to come away with it. He's got some contenders down there, though, so he's got some decisions to make. He's going to take it all the way around. Nice backhand into Collins, who came in, who was in the center, and he gets batted back down to the corner. Puck comes out to Krantz. Krantz is going to shoot. Bouncy shot. Goalie's going to cover that one up. They pulled Eli, and they sent out Chad Boyle. And our D is switching again, so now we're back to Hannah and Rajkovsky. Vaughn Case out there. Chad Boyle on the far side, and Collins is taking the puck. 5:40 left in the third period. All right, Hannah does a good job keeping it in there, sends it into the corner, over to Boyle. Boyle does get it to the center. Case gets a little stick on it, but the other team comes away with it. Hannah trying to keep it in and does for a moment. Looks like we're going to have a battle here on the blue line. We are past, so we cannot... we managed to get it back down in there. Collins chasing along with Boyle over there to help him out if needed. And there is Rajkovsky keeping it in. And there's Collins with an attempted shot. I think it hit the other player's skate. So there's another shot by Collins. Goalie stops it, but it does a backwards bounce. So that's unfortunate. So that is 8-0. Let's see if Gianna can keep the goose egg. We've got 4:27 left. Finkelman taking the puck here with Johnny Pollock and McVeigh as our left winger. Derek Brown right here, fighting along the wall. It's going to squirt back into our defensive zone, but James Roman is there. Nice little move to get around their defender. He's going to send it up the wall to McVeigh. Perfect job by James. McVeigh is going to get around. Oops. Missed pass there. He was trying to get it over to his teammate. Comes back with it, though, so that's all right. There's Johnny Pollock with it. Nice little deke move to get a shot off. Hits the back of the net, not the front of the net. Tries to get another shot off, and here comes Derek Brown up into the center. Saw an opportunity there, so good hustle by Derek. We are almost all on this wall over here, so we might want to spread out a bit. Pinkelman with a backhand shot. And up to Derek Brown, who gets it down low, and the goalie's going to cover that one up. We're going to change everybody out here. Eli Roman going to take center for us. Gino Florio is going to be our right winger, and Niles Lunding is going to be our left. We've got Ashmore and Krantz on D. We're going to line up for the last 3 minutes of this game here. Eli wins it back to Krantz. Krantz going to get a shot off, goes wide right. Krantz is having a great game. Up to Krantz again. We can't keep it in. Yeah, she was in the way there. Here's Florio with it. Loses it. Ooh. They're going to get it down, and Gianna, woken up a little, had to stick her leg out there and stop that one. And puck soars back our direction. Lunning chasing. They're going to take it behind their goal there. Lunning's going to try to cut him off, but she gets that pass off anyways. There's Ashmore to keep it in. Good job, Ashmore. Gets it down low. Trying to decide if they want to cover it up or not, and they decide not. So now we're battling back in the corner. There's Boyle out there, as well as Collins. Lunning's going off. There's Krantz sending it really down low behind the net there. Here's Ashmore over on the wall to hopefully stop it. Von Case out there. Collins with it. Gets it over to the wall. Backhands it down in the corner. Case kind of posting up in the center, but we're unable to get the puck to the center. Now we're all racing the other way, because that is a live puck.
There it is, Chad. There it is,
There's
Chad.
a pass up to Chad, and he's going to try to get around them, but can't quite do it. There's Collins to help him. Collins is going to send it over into the corner, intercepted by their stick, so they're going to carry it back out of our offensive zone. Hannah Pontal going to chase, although I don't know, is that an icing? No? Okay. Hannah with the puck. She's going to pass it up to Von Case. 52 seconds left in this game. They're going to intercept that right at the blue line. Ooh, I don't know. That might have been off, but that's all right. Collins with it. Pass from Chad Boyle. Goalie's going to glove that one. 36 seconds left in the game. It is 8-0. Let's see if we can hang on to this lead. Johnny Pollock, Pinkelman taking the puck, and McVeigh. We're going to play the last couple seconds of this game. Derek Brown, he's going to send it down low. James Roman out there too. McVeigh's going to get a shot off. Goalie blocks that one easily. Johnny's going to try to send it in, but goes behind the net. And that's the game. So, goalies had to ward off one shot. Their goalie had to ward off 46. 8-0. That's a shutout for your Omaha Peewee White Junior Mavericks. All right, couple games tomorrow. I will not be here, so you might hear my husband. I'm not sure. Good game, junior maps. Good start to the weekend.